the big news this week, Akron U, that AK Rowdy Rowdy. If you're old enough as I am, you will remember that AK Rowdy Rowdy song. Definitely was always a jam on 88.1, to say the least, back in the day in those, mid 90s. So, all right, here's the other one. And now that we're on college basketball, I'm going to slide right over. We didn't have a chance to talk about it on Tuesday. It happened over the weekend. Anybody who saw the Ohio State take on Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes, we all know what happened. First of all, the Buckeyes get a huge upset win. Nobody was expecting that because Iowa was playing so well. But Caitlin Clark at the end runs off, and I'm going to show it because I don't want to give away my point of view or my thoughts. I want you to see it. So if you're watching, take a little watch here. Okay, so as you can see, we see her go flying to the ground. They're all over there to help. And here it is again. Boom, she runs into a fan who's running right past the free throw line. And all of a sudden, she's down. And as you can see here, they're essentially carrying her off. Coach on one side, other player on the other, her arms dangling. It looks like it's completely separated. And you think to yourself, when you see that, did that fan run into her? And there's this whole news coming out. This is why people shouldn't rush the court after big wins. First of all, that thought pattern to me is silliness. That is the beauty of sports. I mean, when you get a win and you're going crazy, I just explained to you guys at the Hoban Walsh game, as kids were getting after it. There's stuff that's maybe said that's inappropriate or whatever, when a referee makes a bad call or things don't go that team's way. That's the beauty of sports, the excitement. So they rush the floor because the Buckeyes just knocked out Iowa, who's top team in college basketball, and boom, Caitlin runs into a fan, and it's like, wow, you hope she's not hurt. But then I'm watching and I'm looking around and I find this video. And I might have to play this once or twice for you. Take a watch and you guys tell me.
Especially not too far from here. Plays high school ball in the area as well. He's out. Bucks doesn't play much on defense.
Again, I'm going to show it one more time. I know it's a little sketchy in the beginning when I was grabbing it, but if you watch, her hands are into it. She turns her body. She goes from her right foot to her left, does a twirl, falls to the ground.
Especially not too far from here. Plays high school ball in the area as well. He's out. Bucks doesn't play much on.
Okay. The woman running like this with the phone, her whole body moved. Her whole body went to the other side, and Caitlin's just like, just give her this little love tap push. I'm like, are you kidding me? That is a flop city. That is flop adopt city. Okay. LBJ, here we go, man. This is what you're creating. That girl, I'm sorry. It's just my opinion. She was upset she lost and she was mad and she was just hauling her butt right to the locker room, and somebody got in the way, and what were you? It's not a good look. It's not a good look. You go back to last year when we saw at the end of the season with the LSU stuff, remember when they're pointing at their finger and we're like, oh, that Reese girl, she shouldn't have did that. I think that Caitlin Clark, I don't know. I'm just saying, everyone form your own opinion, but if you're watching this and you've got an opinion on it, there it is. Even Mike's saying it. Okay. So she clearly ran into the fan on purpose. I'm glad I'm not the only one that's saying it, but when I saw that video clip, I was like, oh, I got to talk about this. Like, she's a darling. Okay, so Joe says she was running and initiated contact. The fan didn't even budge. There it is. She didn't. That fan was coming across with pure excitement. She's like, I'm about to get up on social media. She's holding that up to play the video, and boom, Caitlin just comes out. Like, Caitlin, you better be careful, girl. There's a lot of athletes in college that play one sport and get drafted to another. You better be careful because the NFL, they're looking for linebackers, and the way you went into that, you might have middle linebacker. Total flop. Had the other angle not come out, she probably would have gotten away with it too. That's what I'm saying. I agree with you, Katie. She flopped. So I'm glad we've got 3 people. So I'm not the only crazy one. So I was thinking that if I came on here with controversy and tried to say that it was a flop and people saw it a different way, because everyone sees things differently. I mean, that's the beauty of all this. That's why I tell you guys when I'm talking, as soon as I say something dumb, stupid, or ignorant, call me. And to call me, you need to click on the comment section. There's a link. Come on, jump on, talk. It's 9 o'clock. It's now 9:24 now. We start the show at 9. It's tough to catch us live to be able to get on. So when you rewatch this, no, you got to come on Tuesdays and Thursdays. You got to jump on at 9:00 in the morning. You got to catch it live because it's that interaction. We want to be able to talk about all those things. Golf.